Okay, so this particular equation has quite a few fractions in it, and you'll notice the denominators are highly related to each other. We've got three denominators of 6 and one of 12. More on that in a second. Usually when you get an equation with fractions in it, what you want to do is clear the fractions first of all, so that there are no fractions and it becomes a much more straightforward linear equation. And the way to clear them quickly is to multiply through by the lowest common multiple of all of the denominators. So we've got a 6 and a 12. The lowest common multiple of 6 and 12 is 12. So what you want to do is start off by multiplying every single term by 12. And there are 4 terms in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, normally when I do this, I wouldn't write down what I'm going to now, but for the purposes of explaining it, I'm going to write down each one with multiply by 12 written next to it. And then you can hopefully see the rationale behind what's going on here. So there's all the terms, and I've just written multiply by 12 after each one. Now we're going to come back and look at each term individually, and we're going to cancel them down. In this first one, we've got x, which is being divided by 12 and then multiplied by 12, so those two cancel each other off. The second one, well, we've got this subtract sign. I'm going to ignore that a minute. We've got 5, which has been divided by 6 and times by 12. They kind of cancel to leave a 2 there. And then you're going to get the same thing here. Incidentally, the reason for that 2 is 12 divided by 6 is 2. And the last one, again, it's 12 and 6, so they cancel off to leave times by 2. So now let's just tidy this mess up. The first term here is just x. Then we've got this subtract sign. Then we've got 5 times 2, so that will be 10. Over here, we've got minus 2 times 2. That will be minus 4. And then there's the minus again. And then we've got x times 2, which is 2x. So we've cleared the fractions now, and we're just down to a nice linear equation. You want to move the smaller number of x's or the lower number of x's over to the other side with a higher number of x's. I've got minus 2x, and over here I've got 1x. 1x is more x's than minus 2x, so I want to bring the minus 2x over to this side. And the opposite of minusing 2x is to add 2x. So I'm going to add 2x to both sides. And that's going to make that 3x minus 10 equals just minus 4. The minus 2x has gone now. Now we want to get 3x on its own, so we can work out what x is. We need to move the minus 10. The inverse of minus 10 is to add 10. So you add 10 to both sides. Minus 4 plus 10 is 6. And then lastly, divide by 3. And we end up with x equals 2. You can, of course, check this answer by putting it into the original thing to see if it works, and hopefully you should find it does work. The end.